Good afternoon. Doesn't it seem a long time since we last did a tile together? I know we did it Friday, but it seems like there's so much happened since Friday. It's crazy, isn't it? But I hope everybody's okay. I hope you're all well. And, you know, whether you've got the heating on, whether you're wrapped up a little bit or you've got sunshine, it really doesn't matter because we're all here together as normal to do a tile. So, number 179 today. Goodness me. Just becomes, it sort of rolls off the tongue now, doesn't it? 179. Nearly up to 200. So, okay, what do I have with me? I've got a grey tile. Doesn't matter what kind of tile you use. You can use any colour you like. You can use a round one, a different shaped, entirely up to you. I've got my regular black micron pen. I've got my pencil, my tortillon. I've got a white gel pen, and I've also got my white chalky pencil. Which, nice to say that they're hopefully they're all going to be on their way to you. We've packed everything, so just waiting for the Hermes guy to collect it. I also have some pastel pencils just in case. So, okay, here we go then. 179, what are we going to do with it? Where are we going to start? Oh, it doesn't really matter which way, does it? So, I'm just going to go a little bit larger. Oh, hey, everybody. There we go. All right. So, starting off then, I'm going to come in straight with the pen today. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to start around the middle. You don't have to start around the middle. You can start this anywhere on your tile. So don't sort of think, oh no, I've got to go and measure it. You don't have to. It's all fine. So let's just reinforce that little bubble in the middle there. Okay. All right. Oh, thank you, Joe. Appreciate that. There we go. All right. And I'm just going to put a little line. 1, 2, 3, 4, and let's do the same again. Look, 2, 3, 4. It is, Chris. Yeah, it's a grey tile. It's I know we've got grey tiles out there, but this is sneak peek. Look at that texture within it. Ah, say no more. Okay, got our little gem in the middle. Then there we are. So I'm going to just drop my pen for a minute. I'm going to come in with pencil. I'm just going to put a little bit of a guide. I want a bit of a wavy line. You see? And then let's turn it round. Same again. And again. Doesn't matter which way it goes. It doesn't have to match. It's just to say a bit of a guide. Let's get one in here. See, I'm going to do it that way. And another one there. Keep it light. We don't want to go too dark with this because you'll not see them, hopefully, when it's done. There we are. Okay. So back to the pen. I'm going to go a little bit larger now so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. Ready? So I'm going to start here. I'm going to start this side of the line, sort of kink out a little bit. The same on this side. And then a little curve on the bottom. Okay. Oh yeah, little tile swap. We've got loads in. Oh, we'll get that sorted tomorrow. And then again, a little curve. See? And then another sort of thinner at the top and bring it out as a curve. Does look a bit web-like, doesn't it? There we go. Alright, so I'm just going to add a little kink to that side there. And the same on this one. There we are. Just sort of filling that in. And then here, I'm just going to add that shape. And again, I'm just going to fill that with ink. Okay. Oh, Denise posts pretty good here, I must admit. And our post lady actually brings it in for us. So that's really nice of her, isn't it? Yeah, we're going to get them all open. We didn't open them because we didn't want them sort of to get lost or anything while we were in packing, so we're going to bring them all upstairs tomorrow and do a big grand opening. It's going to be fun. Okay, you see I'm doing a little bit of kink there. That's fine. You don't want to worry about them being the same shape. And of course I'm getting 3 in. If you find that you can only get 2 in or you're getting 4 in, please, that's absolutely fine. And they don't have to match. You don't have to have 3 in every time or 4 in, or just see how the space sort of works. Again, see, I'm just gonna fill that in there. Okay, one either side. All right, let's turn it around then. And now I'm gonna work sort of 12 and 6 again, just so we can get a gauge of the, the size and shape. Okay, and here we go, another one. I must admit the tile swaps are fab. I absolutely love opening, well, Leslie does as well, I know. We love opening them all and, putting them all together to see the whole effect. I mean, I know you don't see it the same on a photograph. It's, we see it all in its glory, so to speak. It's fab. There we go. See? I'm turning it round. There we go. And of course, now I've got the packing and everything done, I'm going to focus on getting some classes set up. So certainly by the end of the week, I'll have some classes on the website. Okay. Do you know, Rose? Yeah, we do sometimes. Sometimes we're a bit surprised as to who sent what, but a lot of the time now we can open it and we'll say, oh, that's such a bodies, and oh, look at this, it's such a bodies. But you know what really astounds us both is how different they all are. But then it's also how much you've all come on and the confidence that you've got. And it's just absolutely fantastic, just to see the change from, I mean, you must see it yourself, only in sort of smaller form, I suppose. The differences from tile 1 to now. Okay, see, I'm going to get another one in there, so I'm just going to add that 4th one in there. And again, just filling in those little gaps. Let's do the same this side. There we are. And just sort of adding in that little bit at the bottom there. Okay, so you can split it each time if you want, but now because I've got an idea, I've got the gauge of, the size and the shape of these little things there, I'm just going to work my way around now. There we are, see, just putting them in. I know, those tile swaps do look great when they're all together. And of course, when we do a class with tiles as well, we tend to do that so you can see everybody's together as a class. Oh, that's okay. I know sometimes not everybody can do them, and we have our lives and work, and sometimes we're not, But no, don't jump in whenever you like, it's fine. Oh, Rachel, do you know, I made a mental note to actually message you the other day when I saw. Honestly, just pick up a pen. Whatever you've got in front of you right now, pick up a pen, a little bit of paper. It doesn't have to be a tile. And just have a go at what I'm doing. I mean, it's not crazily hard. I'm just doing these little curves, one underneath each other. And just give it a go. You've just got to get in there and do it. That's it. You don't have to start at tile 1. You could start at this one today. Do it now. There we are. You'll be amazed, honestly. Okay. Oh, Vicky, don't you? Let me make a note of that. Vicky Hearing. Just making a note, Vicky. Who got this tile. I'll have a look. All right. So, turning it round again. And again, just sort of bringing a little curve, and then a curve on the bottom. Rachel, that's absolutely fine, yeah. Boot one's fine. There's some well, they're all fab. There's some brilliant pieces in there. I think my favourites from boot one are probably tile number 2, which is the heart shape, and tile number 12, which is the sort of macrame kind of one. But then you've also got, I can't remember what number tile it is now, you've got the leaves in there as well. That's a beautiful tile. That's boot one, isn't it? There's so many. We've been busy, haven't we? We have. And of course now tiles 1 to 100 are in book form. I mean, it's mind-blowing what we've done, isn't it? And I say we because it's we. Yeah. It's not just one person here. We've all been involved and part of it, so absolutely. There we go, into this one. See, I'm getting 4s in here because I've got a little bit more space. But okay, it doesn't matter. Just fill in those little gaps. And then into those. Oh, Louise. Oh, I don't know then. No, it's not just in the US. I'm sure it's over here. There is a diamond.uk. They are on Facebook, and I must admit I messaged them ages ago about something, and they got back to me straight away. So if you got in touch with them and just said, look, I'm interested in the new Dreamcatcher, then they'll put you in the right place. But it's fab, isn't it? It's really, really nice. It's big. Didn't think it was going to be as big as it is, but it's fabulous. And the gems in the middle are just lovely. Okay. So into this one, see? I'm just following those little pencil lines that I did all the way around. And just sort of filling up as I need to. There we go. Let's see, I'll get another one in there. See, the fact that they're different sizes, it doesn't matter. And I like how they're all sort of a bit higgledy-piggledy. There's nothing straight lines about them. There we go. All right. And then into this side as well. Isn't it amazing how you just put that little bit of black in there and suddenly makes it look slightly more three-dimensional? Okay, one more line then. There we are, just sort of curling it out a little bit. See, some of mine are slightly more curled than others, but again, that doesn't matter. All right. Okay. And then just sort of adding that touch in. I'll tell you, that's fine. You know, if you do order from the shop and I see more than one order, I will refund postage and put it into one order. You know, postage is expensive enough as it is, isn't it? Okay, look at that then. So far, so good. A few extra bits and pieces to go in here, though. All right, I'm going to pick, it doesn't matter because I'm going to do it on all the spaces, but I'm going to pick a slightly larger space just to sort of give you an idea of where we're doing. Oh, Chris, it's beautiful. It is. I say, I don't get involved in the sales. I've just sort of done the artwork. Okay, so I'm going to sort of come from this bit here. I'm going to come in and create a little sort of bobble on the end. Okay. And then I'm going to sort of come about the middle and do another. See how that one almost goes underneath? And then a little bit of a underneath here. Let's do another. All right. So I'm going to come back now and I'm going to go around this one. So I'm doing a little aura around the shape. But then when I get to this point, I'm just going to narrow it down so it follows the same line as it came in on. And then same here, now I'm going to just come around this one. Just taking my time. And then of course it's going back to back to nothing. And then this one along here. Just sort of aura-ing that same. I'm just going to put a little bobble in the middle of each. See there? Okay. Now if you've got a slightly thicker nibbed pen, you might want to use that to fill in these little spaces, but you can see that I've left that little bobble in there. And if you don't, you think, oh no, it's a bit too technical, you can always come back in with the white pen afterwards. There's something quite nice about, you know, seeing the eyes there, isn't it? Okay, let's do another. So you see, this time I went that way, so if it feels right to go that way, do it, but if not, go this way. What I'm trying to say is that they're not all going to have to be the same. So it's whichever way you want to go. Yeah, do you know that diamond dot's eye is beautiful? It's in our bedroom, actually. It's really nice. It just sparkles. They're just lovely, aren't they? They are looking at others. They're looking at the butterflies. They'd be lovely, won't they? Okay, and this one. Actually, if people out there thinking, I don't know what she's talking about with these diamond dots things, I've got one at home. I'll post a picture of it later. I'll post a little video or something so you can see what it looks like. There we go, some little bobbles there again, look. And then I'm just gonna fill in those little spaces there. Same in this one. And of course, if you've not got much space in between, you could do these really small. Mine are quite large, I know, but you don't have to have them this large. You can go smaller, or you can put more in if you think you've got the space. Okay, so this time I don't want to go left then right then left then right, so I'm going to repeat this way. So I don't want it to be completely the same all the way around. So again, look, just sort of pulling that curve in. Okay, and then I'm going to go around so it goes to nothing. Same with this one, around and then to nothing. And then of course the last one just down this bottom edge, and then little bobbles in, and then I'm just going to come round and fill in those little shapes. There we are. See, just take each time. It's quite a lot of colouring in, I suppose, today on this one. You could leave them if you want to. You don't have to fill them in. So you can just shape that a bit more there. See, in this one, look, I can just shape it round a touch. Alright, so here we go into the next one. So I think I'm going to bring it this way. And then along and round here. And then another. See, I might get 4 in here, look. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do a 4th. Okay. And then a little aura. Just take your time with these. Around and back into that line. And then same again with this one, going this way. And then this one. There we are. Oh, don't forget I did 4, so I've got another one there. Little bobbles. And then just gonna work this in so we can fill it. And of course, you know, if your aura's a little bit wobbly, you can come back and, you know, amend it a little bit there if you want to. Just it's entirely up to you. You can leave it if you like. It doesn't have to be spot on, as we know. It's just exactly how it starts to build. So far, look. All right. So this time I'm gonna sort of come this way, and then into this way, and then back in to this one. See, I could do a fourth, but I'm going to leave that one there. I can come back and add to it later if I want to. But there's other things I want to add in too, so. There we go. And then into this one. And along into this one. Just add in a little bit of a bobble in. And come my way along. There we go. And just sort of add in that little section in there. Alright. Okay. So, get into this one. You see, they start to grow. They become a little bit more natural to draw once you've done a few things. Oh, I don't know. Is the honest answer. I think I think I'm very driven, and I have quite a sense of responsibility to keep this group going. So to keep coming up with these lovely tiles, I just feel that I'm blessed, you know, that I can keep coming up with the ideas to keep you all occupied. You know, we all need a little bit of me time, don't we? This is a nice way of spending a little time. There we are. This one. I mean, when you do, I don't know how you store them, or whether, I know some of you put them into journals, and some of you, you know, just got them lying around somewhere. But I've actually got them in a folder. Well, certainly from, I don't know, maybe from tile 60 onwards, they're in the folder, you know, with the A4 folder with the 6 little pockets, plastic pocket things. And when you just sort of breeze through the folder there, and you just sort of look, you think, gosh, they're all so different. And some are coloured, some are different coloured tiles. I think it reflects perhaps moods that we were in as well. Yeah. I'm still overwhelmed at the amount of words I think I've written between books 1 and book 6. You know, when you sort of sit there and you see all the books together and you think, my goodness me, it's, as I said on the show at the weekend, it's not just mine, it's our journey, isn't it? It's through that lockdown and that year, and now we've come out of it and things change. And I think reading about this book sort of encompasses all that, and it sort of gives us a flavour. And I certainly think in years to come, when we look at them, or even people that didn't really experience lockdown will think, what was it all about? You know, they can, you know, see that and they think, oh, I get it now. And I know, Louise, I know we've asked John to come up with a wooden folder, but I've kept him really busy. So it is on his list to have a look at it. He will when he gets a minute. He's he worked all this weekend to get all the books finished so we could get them out. Oh, that's nice. That's nice, Sally. It's lovely, isn't it, how, you know, sort of these little tiles, these little pieces of paper have so much impact on just how you feel, but you know how other people then see them. And I mean, sending one of these out to somebody, you know, like we do with the tile swap. Oh, Sam. Oh, you need to message me then. Yeah, they're lovely. You know, I love actually giving them to others. You know, you see their eyes light up and you think, oh my goodness me, you spent the time to do it. I think that's why the tile swap's still so important. It's not just about, I know some people don't respond and get back, but it's not about that. It's about you taking the time to, you know, just do something. You get the pleasure out of making it, and somebody else gets the pleasure out of, you know, the swaps. Oh, okay. Oh, see, yeah. Janet, when you get your tangle board, don't look at it and think, oh my goodness, I'll never do anything. Look for the grain, look for the patterns, and start to fill it in sections. And of course, there's so many lovely tangle boards out there that if you're not sure, you can have a look at our group page and you see what others have done. And of course, again, if you're not sure, my tangle board is on the front of every book cover. I've tried to use different sections of it where I can, so just take inspiration from there too and see where you end up. There we go. Oh, Joe, just honestly, sometimes, you know, some tiles can appear a little bit more difficult than others, and I do have to sort of change the challenge now and again, and everybody's going to have their own sort of Achilles, aren't they? But just go with the flow and don't sort of create a tile with the aim of it's got to look like such and such. Just enjoy drawing it, and if you feel that you've got enough or you like it at the point it is, then leave it at that. You could always lightly draw the rest in a pencil and see how you feel with it. But, you know, if all else fails, you can always colour sections in and go over it with white pen and all sorts. Oh, Nadia, that's so lovely to hear. I'm so pleased. I know it must be really stressful, and it's such a relief. I'm ever so pleased about it. It's made my day, that has. So glad. There we are. And then into this one. Well, I think we should sort of embrace this and not be afraid of it. You know, if you're not sure, go in with pencil first. See where you end up. It's not going to be a picture or anything. It can just be your favourite tangles. And then if you're having a day and you feel you know, that you need a bit of inspiration, you can look at your board and there it is. It's all on there. All right, all the way around. Let's have a look at this then. Okay, so far, look at that. It's coming on, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to sort of work along these just a little bit. I'm going to put some little dots around. Okay. Oh, same on this one. Now, when I say the same, it doesn't mean that you've got to count them and have, just so happens, 4 every time. It might change, and that's fine. See, I'd have probably got 5 in there, but because of that filled in section, you can't really see it. So up and down both sides. I'm going to do this top one as well. There you go. So I'm going to work around the tile now and just put these little dots on. And of course, if you want to, you can use gel pens to do this, or a bit of glitter, or white pen, whatever you want to do with it. I'm working around all the black sections first, so just no rush. Just sort of sitting on the outside there. And one side then the other. And of course, if you didn't want to fill them in, you could leave them so you can see them, you know, see through like little holes rather than bubbles or dots. And just sort of coming around. Okay. And in with those. So no rush with it. Just sort of enjoy it. And if you think dots are not your thing, then you could put little triangles or little lines. There we go. See, just, you know, if you wanted to, you could do one side and the other, and one side the other, working your way up. You don't have to do it this way. It's entirely up to you, whatever you feel like at the time. There we go. Same with this one. See, then I could come back down this way, work my way down. Although I've done them all going up back now, coming down feels a bit weird. There you are. And same with this one. Just sort of, you know, take your time with it. You see the difference it's making, just to bring in them. It does, Louise, it just brings the design out, doesn't it? It starts to separate one section from the other. It does make a difference. There we go. I mean, I'm contemplating now whether to bring some out at the bottom of these little sort of trumpet designs. I could leave them like this, or see how I feel when I've done these. Right, so working my way down. It doesn't matter what's underneath it, just keep it going. There we are. Working my way down. And along. Just little dots. So now would be a good time, if you're actually working along with me, just to say relax your pen. Alright, just sort of stop, you know, holding on so tight with it. Just ease off a little bit. Because I know if I'm feeling that pressure a bit, I was getting there. You know, you must be too, so, you know, you don't want your hand to cramp up, so just, you know, relax it. There we are. But I must admit, only one paper cut today, although I've cut it the same place twice. And it's only when, you know, when you fold the dispatch notes and put them into little sticky labels, it catches you every time. So I don't think two were bad. There we are, see? There we are. So you're not going to see many there. And still along here. There we go. Sort of same. Just as before, working my way up. There we are. Oh, and the sun's come out. How lovely. I didn't sit at my little desk at the front today. I thought I should have done. I'm glad I didn't now, because the sun's shining all over it. You wouldn't have seen the tile. There we go. Same with this one. And of course I've just sort of missed that one there. There we go. Look at that, the difference. Oh no, Viz, sometimes you've just got to go with it, haven't you? You've just got to think, you know, have just a bit of a relax. We're not far off now, we're almost done. Well, of course, cup of tea's arrived, so we have to have a cup of tea at the time. Okay. So I'm going to go a little bit taller now. I'm just going to sort of work on a few around the edges. And I'm going to just bring in a little curve. Right. Oh, Chris, that's lovely of you to say. The gallery is just fabulous, isn't it? It's lovely to see you. So I'm going to extend this down a bit. What everybody else has done. I'm just going to add 1, 2, 3, gonna get 3 in. Then a couple of little ones either side. Oh, look at that. So I'm gonna do another one this side. I'm not gonna see all of it, of course, but I'm just gonna get a little bit in there. Just heavy that up a bit. Let's find another space. Here we go. So 2 little lines, quite close. And then a little row of bubbles. We'll do 4. And a little row either side. Okay. Oh. So let's make it down. And I do admit, so the gallery this time is fab. And there were a couple that just came in that sort of like maybe an hour later than I really wanted. So I did add them in. But you'll notice that they're not in the gallery. They were a few extras lying around. But I so wanted to get them in because you'd taken the time to send them to me. And, you know, I did want to make sure that I'd covered everybody's. So I hope I got everybody's in. I hope I got your name right. So, okay, I'm going to do I'm going to do a longer one. Let's do it this way. Okay. And of course, now we get, to book 6. It's all about the bare bones, isn't it? We just want to tangle. We don't need didn't want to put the practice pages in this time because I don't think we need them. Oh, Yvonne, yeah, backing papers. I've not done them for a long time, have I? I've not done I don't know. If the need calls for it, I mean, I've still got some of the clockwork ones actually that I use. They're really nice, but that was a lovely set actually. It was a lovely colouring book, wasn't it? The Victorian Oddities. I did like a telephone, a Victorian telephone, didn't I? There was a flamingo in there, and there's a Victorian kind of bag. Lots of different things. That was a really nice book. It's a while back now. There we go. See, I'm just putting these in. That's where I think I've got a little bit of space. They don't have to show the whole thing. It's just about having just a little bit of features in, so you can add them in or not, or add a few. Oh, Jules, I know it's gone by so quickly, hasn't it? I have to classes in and stuff. There we go. So I'm just gonna get one in here. Just adding those little baubles on the end. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see Caitlin again. Caitlin, I think, is my youngest tangler. Well, she's grown up so much since I last saw her. There we go. Just sort of adding them in. I might just do one more here. There we go. Just there we go. All right. Of course, we could add a few tangles that we love in there. We know the ones. And so let's put one in here. So I'm going to put an extra one in there. And then, of course, we need a few on the other side. There's quite a lot of things going on in this one today, but sometimes it's kind of nice to do that, isn't it? And just to sort of go with it and see where it leads. Let's have another one there. Okay, I did say we could actually add in some little extra bits here. Let's put some little bobbles on the end. Now again, you can leave this off. You can add them to it if you want. Oh, Julie, we have to have singers in, especially if we know you're in the house. There we are. No. Working it round. See, just adding a few of those. See, you can do more. You could do 5 or 6 if you wanted. You don't have to do just 3 lines. There we go. See, I'm just going to go over whatever's there. So it's sitting in behind. There we are. There we are. So just sort of follow it round. There we are. See, almost done. Look. And then of course this one. Okay, there we go. Whew, goodness me. Okay, it's been seems like ages since we started this one. I'm just going to take a rubber to it and just going to remove those pencil lines, because yours you probably won't see, but I always do mine a little bit darker so you can see them on screen. So there we go. I have to get rid of all of it, just a little bits. So okay then, I'm going to come in with my pencil to start with. Here we go. I'm just going to add that little sort of familiar smirk on the side there. And then a little bit around that edge. And of course, if you do it the other side, you follow the other side. You don't need to do the same side as me. Okay. I'm going to do a little bit all the way around, but this side's thicker than this side, see? Okay. So then let's add a little bit to each of those. Alright. See, just at that top edge. And then I'm going to work my way down and do a little bit at the top of each of those. So it might be easy that way to just sort of do a little bit and work your way around. And this one. And then of course just keep it going. Now I know sometimes we've done it in the past, you can put your pencil on and then use your torty on at the same time, but I kind of like to wait and get the final thing all at once. I like the magic to appear that way. It's almost like savouring Christmas Eve a little bit, isn't it? There we are. See, just adding those in. Little bits on those. And here we are. Just not worried about colouring in as such. It's just giving it a little bit of design like that. Okay. Oh, you have the new red one. This is the new red, but you might have the new red, which is this one. Oh, it's nice to have a choice, isn't it? Okay. So if you've got a point, then you could add a little bit onto the bottom of some of these little designs here. I mean, they're very fine, so you might not want to add a lot. It's just, you know, it enhances it a touch. So, okay, let's bring in the torty on. All right, quick sip of tea, I suppose. So I'm just going to soften that a little. See, I don't want to completely cover the whole thing. Same with this. I just want to soften it round a little. And then here we go. Just brushing it out almost. But again, not completely covering the whole shape. There we are. Okay. See, we're just leaving the edge there with no pencil. And then, of course, work my way down these ones. So I'm going to do those. And work my way around. There we go. So just a little pressure on this, not much. Of course it depends on your tile, but if you just are quite light with it, and then if you need to you can always go in, add a touch more pencil. Depends what you want to do, you know, just ease off and try and keep that little bit at the end without any pencil whatsoever. Of course we do have a lovely white pencil to come in with now and add some highlights, which we're going to do just in a little bit. So just sort of working my way along each one there. There we go. And then this one. Okay, so what I'm going to do, before I come in with more white, I'm going to come back in with my pencil and I'm just going to add a little bit more to the tops. You see, just a little bit more. I'm not going completely mad with it. It's almost like I'm just redefining those shadowy areas. And I know sometimes we come back and do this with pen, but I think today it's going to do a nice job if we use a little bit more pencil. You see, just on that top edge, just working my way around, and just sort of adding that touch more, so it's just a little bit more pressure, you know, just to get it a little bit darker. Oh yeah, so almost. We've done that one, yes. Okay. So I'm not actually, let's have a look at that, see, I'm not actually going to blend that, it just gives it that little bit of darkness. So here we go with our white pencil. I know, look, I'm so proud of this, look. Oh my God, oh, it's lovely, isn't it? But anyway, the whole point of it is, it works, and that's what we're after, really. So as pretty as it is, it's still got to work. So here we go, look, a bit of white in there. And then, of course, just across the bottom of each of these little shapes, see? And that's what we want. We want something that's going to give us that whiteness and that bit of highlight there. Okay. Rose, they're both pretty good. I would say the larger one is more the professional range, where the little one is more the student, if that helps. But the larger one has been made specially for blending your tangles. But I've got both, I use both, so I think if I've got a super smooth tile, I would probably, the bigger one would probably be the go-to one, just because of its slightly more softer. Okay, so see here, look, I'm just coming on in and adding that little bit of a highlight. Again, you might want to blend this out, but you don't have to. It doesn't always need it. But if you do, just make sure your tortillon's clean. You don't want any graphite in with it. Okay. Alright, let's have a look at that. Oh, see now, look, oh, you've got the white on there. So I'm just going to bring the pen back in and just have a look round. And if you've got any white over your black pen lines, let's have a look. See here, it's quite, see there, I knew I'd got a bit. I'm just going to come back with that black there. And then, yeah, Rose, if the smoother tiles, I would go in with the bigger pencil. So you see, all I'm doing here now, I'm going on the curves. Let's go a little bit larger so you can see it. See these bottom curved lines, and just sort of redrawing them in. I'm not going to touch the chalk too much because we just want to, you know, highlight those. There we go. And then, you know, just work our way. Oh, sorry. There you go. Do the same on these ones. Just sort of enhance. You know where we put the extra pencil in earlier? It's just now making sure that that shape's there. Don't need to do that bottom one. It's just these top ones. Okay. And sort of neatens it up a little bit. There we go. You see how it just sort of redefines it? It's not that it's been lost, it's just there's a lot of graphite gone on. Sometimes you can lose your pen lines, but of course we don't want to do this with everything, or else everything's suddenly going to be like an outline. We just want to go back and do a few of those items. So I'm not going all the way around, I'm just doing a section of it. There we are. Okay. So let's have a little look at that then. Oh, let's go that way. Alright, so last sort of thing, if you want to, and again, you don't have to, because if you've got the white of the, or the colour of the tile underneath, you can come back in and you can just add a little bit of white on your little dots there. Now this means that because I've already got a space for it, I've not got to fight with the black on the top. Although the gel pen's pretty good, it doesn't give you a problem. But it just makes it easier. I know where I'm going with them. Alright, just adding that extra little bit of sparkle. Don't forget though that they take a little bit longer to dry, so you don't want to be smudging it. There we are. See, just sort of adding in that little bit there. And of course, it wouldn't be one of mine if we didn't have a few dots. Just a couple. Okay, just sort of finishing touches. You know, we don't need loads, just add a few in. So different sizes, we don't need to count them, and have we got enough in? You know, you can tell by eye generally where you're working with your piece. See, this is the beauty of working with, I suppose, with a slightly different colour tile. It gives it a little bit of a different one. Oh, I know, Sam, when it all comes together, suddenly you can't quite work out where you started and think, oh my goodness, it's mine. There we go. So there's, oh my goodness, today's tile. Just needs a signature or a little monogram at the bottom there. So there we go. Tile number 179. So have a bit of fun with this one. Try it in a few different colours. I have done one. I've not added much to this. I've added a touch of gold to it, but that was my sort of sample piece. You see on the little plants there, look, I've added a touch of gold. But you really don't, you know, you don't have to. But you can see you've got a couple of slightly different variations there. So have a play with it and see what you can come up with. And yeah, let me know how you get on. So with that then, in the meantime, I'll get back to doing what I need to be doing, and I will see you all on Friday, same time, 2 o'clock, same place. So in the meantime, take care, everybody. I know, I feel like I've had a nap. I really do. It feels so nice that you just think, oh, relax now. Muscles are aching a little bit, but that's not because I've done a tile, trust me. So yeah, okay, I'll see you on Friday, everybody. You take care. I'll see you soon. Bye.